Everywhere you turn, you see people smiling. We don't see no creed and race. I don't want nobody tell we about leaving. We fight for we thing and this is we place. Take me home. Take me home. Take me to a place where my heart don't feel no pain. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home. Well, everybody's shouting out. Right there, it's a rhythm deep down inside there. And if you're looking for me, you're gonna find me. Right there, right there. I repeat the bim 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 right there. It's a rhythm deep down inside there. Take me home, take me home, take me home. Wake me up before I fall asleep. Take me to a place where lovers meet. Marry me to the heart of water space. So if I ever leave, I'm bound to come again. All around is fire and flames. All this world is so crazy, yes. Protect we island, Father, we pray. Until the very end of we days. Take me home. Take me home. Take me to a place where my heart don't feel no pain. Take me home, take me home, take me home. Well, I just can't. Drink to be friend. As I reach inside, a feeling take over me. It reminds me of the first time I touched party. I cannot deny the vibes, the shock was so heavenly. On a candy cloud, everything just feels so sweet. Yeah, when I look on the left, it's so much pretty gal. Fitting in the carnival with a bag of green on me like a criminal. But if I wine on a gal, see the team all around way. And we having a good time. Yes, we having a good time. Do you remember the time I talking about the very first line? When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise. When last you had a time to remember, it's only bumper to fender. And the drinks got done, big up the bartender. Who come with the money, come with the honey. Who come to dance and dingole? I come with a cooler, milk of it loud, yeah, we come to vibes and elevate. No, it's not a mistake. When the girls see we did this one participate. Jay bring down the soca, bust up the speaker, cause it take the stress away. On the left, on the right, it's so much pretty gal. Fitting in the carnival with a bag of green on me like a criminal. But if I wine on a girl, see the team all around way. And we having a good time. Yes, we having a good time. Do you remember the time I talking about the very first line? When last you've been to a party, plenty women looking so nice. We must be in paradise. When last you had a time to remember, it's only bumper to fender. And the drinks got done, they got the bartender.
Look at people in here tonight, and it's you running through my mind. I might even whine if you give me time like you want this, darling. I have something for you right there. I catching a feeling right up on your bumper, baby. I know where you're from, Miss Lady. I'll forget the and go down there. I know you're not easy. Long time I've been waiting for you. I have something for you. When it's time to leave in the morning, and you feel for somebody, you could come and look for me. If you want a jam, well then call me. I still look up the DJ at the end of the party. It's when she look and she tell me that yours, baby. Take that, that yours, honey. That back, that yours, baby. So let me ease up the tension. That yours, baby. Push back, that yours, honey. This time is all yours, baby. So let me ease up the tension. Bubbling your bubbling it over. 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 Miss how she put up a sun in fire. Bubbling it over. Miss how she raise the temperature higher, higher, higher. Put up a sun in fire. Bubbling your bubbling it over. 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 Now we like it like that. Coming on the light back, singing out the grass. One with your fitness, in the right back. One with your fitness, in the right back. So we thought was a friend, now we like it like that. Coming on the light back, singing out the grass. One with your fitness, in the right back.
Well, I don't have time to beef. Lucky for you, my friend. I in a good spirit.
Thought was a friend, now we like it like that. Coming on the light back, sneaking out the grass.
Whoa. That was a big record. You play that again.
We thought was a friend, now we like it like that. Coming on the light back, sneaking out the grass. One with your fitness.
I got you, let's go. Lucky for you, my friend. I in a good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes right up to the limits. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah. Good spirit. I drink in a good spirits. The vibes ain't cost in a minute. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah. My friend and them couldn't tell you about me. Good people is good people. We only want love in this circle. Yeah. My family couldn't tell you about me. Good people is good people. We only want love. Well, every man make their choices. I say we make sacrifices. We block out the noises. We have to forget the voices. One day we gon' make it. We don't have to fake it. I give you my best. I give you the chain off my neck. I give you my love and respect. But now hear the story. Is you vex with me? Like I do you something. Like I do you something. When I hear the show now, is you vex with me? Like I do the wrong thing. Like I do you something. Oh, it's a good thing. I in a good spirit. I drink in a good spirit. The vibes right up to the limits. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah. Good spirit. I drink in a good spirit. The vibes ain't cost in a minute. So don't.
Cause I believe in the truth, and I just wanna live good. I don't want no dirty secrets fighting me and you, boy. I could only drive one car at a time, but I still want to. Cause everything is balance. Right through life, what we want is balance. To be a good wife, what you need is balance. Bend down, touch your toe and balance. Go low and balance. Love comes from a place where we don't get jealous, and we don't live like no dream sellers. I say we keeping it real, I'm telling you like it is. I'll be there for you with anything you're facing. I'll be your sunlight when it's raining. Stay together and we going places. Yeah. I'll be by your side no matter the case. We have a one-way ticket to greatness. Girl, I don't want to lie, cause I believe in the truth, and I just wanna live good. I don't want no dirty secrets fighting me and you, boy. Now what she like? Drive one car at a time.
Don't turn off the lights. Now what she like?
But I still want
Can't believe a sweet girl like you. I tell ya, no sweetness, tie she weakness, yeah. No feelings, just walk it up like you mean it. No sweetness, tie she weakness, yeah. No feelings, just walk it up like you mean it. Girl, why not?
When I cater to you, I say cater to me. She said just relax and let me give you the tea. No. She said take it easy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. She said, let me cater to you. I said, cater to me. She said, just relax and let me give you anything. Yes, girl, I wanna give you anything. She said, take it easy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh, she said, take it easy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh, and then she bubble and she bubble and she bubble and whine. Push back. It's the greatest man. Push back. Roll your waist and bend. Push back. Oh, Miss Baby, she bubble and she bubble and she bubble and whine. Push back. Give me the greatest man. Push back. You are the wickedest man. Push back. Oh, who are you?
Hold me, girl. Hold me, girl. Hold me. You are the good old, girl. You are the whole way, hold me, girl. Not even your water, please hold me, and which grip with the grip. Hold me, girl. When me bring my body, you are the Pokemon. Bend down and set ready. Think at 6:30, she got 6:41. Me love it how you give me. You are the good old, girl.
Think say that me done, girl, you bounce your head. Put your face in a pillow, girl, come the tread. Bounce a bump and the on the bouncy bed.
Make she ball.
For me donkey, I come to live but like you confident. Shake up your nest, girl, rock the egg. Set let me dig it.
You are the good old, girl.
Yeah. Touch up on this. Say she only got one life. Can't stay on the job site. Make a memory for a lifetime that will last. Yeah, come on, baby. Knock a glass with two eyes. She don't get feelings, she gets flights. So she coming back to the sunshine paradise. Lauren said it's cold out in New York City. Say she coming home cause she must have to play. Lauren said it's cold out in New York City. Say she coming home cause she must have to play. If you hear she calling, I need a little runaway. Lauren coming home for carnival, I need a little runaway. This woman does what she party bag, I need a little runaway. She tell us different and family, I need a little runaway. You see Lauren everywhere she go, what she whine and rolling. Every video that in she phone, is she whine and rolling. All over the road, what she whine and rolling. When the rhythm hit in she soul, what she whine and rolling.
What's up, Rebel? What's up?
Hello. I had to practice this. Aha! I got it together.
Let me get it. Hit it one more time.
Let's do it. You know how much I had to practice this? Oh my gosh, I was dropping the fan so much on the road. But listen,
okay.
Welcome back to Unplugged with Rebel Mass. I am so happy to be here. And you guys know I am powered by Caribbean Life Radio under the umbrella of Caribbeanlifetv. And yeah, I had to take a mini break. Life is lifing.
Hey, things happen.
But I am back.
But even though you weren't here, I was still seeing you on the scene.
Listen, I was outside a little bit.
So I know you know what's going on. I know you got some updates.
Listen, today's show is about, Atlanta's Carnival. We just celebrated that last weekend and a little bit the week before that with the other events. And I sound like a raspy man still. I'm still.
You didn't get your voice back yet, 100%.
Not yet, no. And I want to say I probably went to like 7 events, I think.
7 events in
6 or 7.
In how many days? That's the thing. How many days?
We started.
You started the Wednesday?
Cool Effect.
That's right.
That was the first fete. It was the 17th, and then we had like 2 or 3 days in between that, and then it was Army Fete that Wednesday. Thursday, Small Island Jam, merged with Flagorama. That was Thursday. Friday.
Juve.
I didn't do that. So I got a little break.
You didn't do Juve in the morning?
No, I didn't.
I heard that was off the chain.
Really?
I saw pictures of it and stuff like that.
I mean, no. I believe that I knew Mad Colors Juve was going to be crazy because they collaborated with Dolly Tribe. So shout out to Cheyenne. She debuted a Juve section and it was flawless. Everybody looked wonderful. So big up.
Nice,
and you know, Mad Colors is always just extra vibes, the energy. If you know, you know. Also, big up to Silent and, Joven and Vibes and Rhythm.
Yes.
They had Asa, they had Callion, and Lil Scrappy was on the road with them.
Yeah, I saw pictures of Scrappy hanging out with them.
That
too.
was nice, though. That was
And
a
looked like
really
everything
good
was,
look.
Looked like everything was turned out.
Definitely was. And what else did I do? Wear White, did that. The rain kind of, dampened it, but it was still vibes.
Wait, even before you reached Wear White, because you went down the road Saturday.
This is true. I skipped the whole road.
You
So,
skipped- and Friday, was there downtown Atlanta, the Juve?
Yeah, they had their Juve, but I was reading comments on TikTok, and people were saying they had a good time at that Juve.
Yeah.
So, I kind of split, but, people for the most part were outside enjoying themselves. And speaking of that, the road.
You went down the
Where's my
road.
fan?
Hit the fan.
All right. Shout out to the ladies of Panache as well as Impulse Experience. I played Mass with these two bands. They collaborated, and I had a good time. My only complaint about the road was I felt like the trucks were moving way too fast.
Okay, so what is your, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your carnival experience this year?
I would give it an 8.
That's good.
Mostly everybody knows what I went through last year. I didn't get a costume.
Previous years, there were 3s and 4s, so 8
Yes, so 8 is pretty good. Like, the fetes were amazing. Like, I really had the best time. Like, Nadia Batson has a song out called Best in a While. Mm-hmm. This is the best I felt in a while during Atlanta Carnival. And my birthday is literally days away. This always falls, this way. So it was a good time to, pregame for my big milestone, my season. Big up to all my Geminis.
Is Gemini season already?
It is. It's Gemini season. It started the 21st.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, Aquarius. Cut it out over there. You're supposed to like us, all right?
I do, but Geminis be claiming like a whole month and a half.
Yes, because it's United States of Gemini. But no, seriously though, the road was wonderful. Costumes that stood out to me, matte colors, their backpacks were just so pronounced, so elaborate. When you're seeing all of the masqueraders together, just looked phenomenal. Shout out to Regium. Their Mulan section still stole my heart, and all of those masqueraders in that section looked wonderful. They ate down. I saw Carnival Tabanca as well on the road, and their costumes as well, the construction. Everybody, I feel like, stepped up their game. Entice, their costumes looked wonderful on the road. I saw my friends jumping up, in that band, and they looked really good.
So is there like one band that stood out more than the rest this year?
Of course. Who I played with.
Is that a non-biased answer?
It might be biased, but it is what it is. I'm going to own it. But I was pleasantly surprised when Impulse and Mass with Panache, joined Carnival forces. Because with Impulse, you're going to get Natasha, Marlon, and then I believe the other designer's name is Claude. If I get that wrong, I apologize. But those designers are just, big staples within the Carnival costume industry. And I expected nothing but a flawless delivery because each section was beautiful. I literally, when they launched, I was just like, well, damn. I love all of these sections, but I love Mass with Panache. Ramona and I have a very good rapport as far as what I like, what works for my body type and everything. So definitely was a win-win both ways. Yeah.
So I have a question for you because you're the Carnival junkie, right?
I am.
And this is something I've heard some people saying. And I understand that you go down the road with the same band every year. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's ever right for them to give somebody else a shot? Or should you just stick with what you know?
Okay. So I dabbled with playing with different bands, and it came back to bite me, okay?
It came back to bite you.
So, it just depends. I would just definitely encourage masqueraders to, do your due diligence with research, read people's feedback, just pay attention and just, look at the process. Absolutely pay attention to, construction and all of those things, what's most important to you. But, I mean, for the most part, if you do try a new band, especially here in Atlanta, I think it will work out for you, like if you went somewhere else, because I have friends that went and played with Entice, and they've played other bands before, and vice versa. So
Just says Panache just delivers.
every time. Like, they really, really do. And speaking of that, I brought, some trinkets with me to kind of show, what what masqueraders received, including myself. So we're going to start with this cute tumbler.
And some panache, they give you a cup?
This is Impulse, actually.
Impulse,
This is from Impulse. Love the tumbler. It has a handle because I drop things.
I saw that bag.
Yep. Okay, this is a little cute bag, little spend the night bag, or
and the bag is like a reusable bag. It's not like a one-time I'm gonna throw it away bag. That is
absolutely. What else do we get?
I like that.
I really love this fan. It has a little light, and it's a fan. I just thought it was really, really cute. Stuff like that. There's also a mirror too. They gave us like a cute little compact mirror. I love that. But what really stood out to me was what I'm holding in my hand. This is a mobile battery pack, so it can charge your phone. Laptop. Listen, I literally was just talking to one of my girlfriends about this. Like, I need to go buy.
And they gave you that going down the road?
Yes, panache. So shout out to just the ingenuity and the thinking. Like, yes.
See, someone else
need this.
Jess is saying there's a panache model that played with Impulse, and she was definitely satisfied.
Yes, like the experience. They left no stone unturned. Like, even at at distribution, we went to pick up the costumes. They had like the mannequins set up on red carpet so you could see, just the sections in person before you get your costume. They had cute little finger foods, the baby shower meatballs.
So their whole experience from costume pickup to going down the road.
It was great.
You getting the food.
I don't have any complaints.
You didn't have any problems getting the food when you wanted food or nothing? Got your drinks?
I don't want to talk about that because we did not make it in that side of the park or
Didn't
the
make it inside that room?
No, the directions that was given was just terrible. But overall, still, the experience
was good.
Was good. I have no complaints. The only issue, I felt like, the trucks were moving a little fast.
Okay.
But, other than that, it really was a good time. They delivered on every carnival promise that, they promised to masqueraders. And, yeah, I have nothing but kudos to Impulse Experience as well as the ladies of Mass with Panache.
I like that. I'm glad you had a great carnival experience.
Too.
Because,
I feel like I
because there was a year when, oh my gosh.
It was last year. I knew I was through with Atlanta Carnival, and then, I was swayed to come back just by the storytelling, the culture, my love for it. And, yeah, I just had to get back on the road with my girls.
Well, big up to them. I'm glad they gave you an experience that was definitely, made you think, yeah, Atlanta Carnival is back up again.
Definitely. I mean, there's always, room for improvement. Everything doesn't always go well when you're executing such a large event like Carnival.
You're never going to satisfy 100% of the people.
Exactly. But for the most part, people said they really enjoyed themselves. And you could see it, too, at the events. The events were phenomenal. Like, my favorite events were obviously Demolition Crew Cooler Fete. It's one of my favorite. It really sets the pace for Carnival.
I didn't make it to Cooler Fete this year. So sometimes in the previous years they say Cooler Fete had too much American music. Was it like that this year? Or
it was perfect. The vibes, the energy, amazing. Like, it really was a good way to start off, go into the Carnival.
And that normally kicks off the Carnival weekend, Cooler Fete.
Agreed. And then there was Army Fete. We went to that. Big up Choice, Risha, the whole Army Fete team. And then Thursday we did the Flagorama with Small Island Jam. They fused together. So, they had International Steven, Stan Man, just Blaze. They played every island's music that night. Every single island they played. They even slipped in some Afrobeat, and the way that they just mixed it together, it was amazing. You heard Dennery, you heard Bouillon, you heard everything.
So can I ask you a question? Now, I don't want to stay on this question. I'm going to just ask you real quick, and we're going to get back to the carnival. Mm-hmm. But is Bouillon music soca?
Why not? Isn't it? Me and Callie, shout out to Three Queens Entertainment, we talked about this. We feel like it's a subgenre.
It's a sub off of it?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to ask because I know there's some people that say it's something totally different.
I kind of feel that way, but, to each his own. Either way. Either way. But yes, Lawrence, you just joined us. What's up?
Well, I'm waiting for a question. No, I wanted to agree with you about the carnival experience. Mm-hmm. And as a filmmaker, I enjoyed filming it. Mm-hmm. I'm at the end of getting it edited. I'll be adding the music. and the vibe, the movement on the road was amazing. Everybody seemed to have had fun.
Absolutely.
It had some misunderstanding along the way, and I get it. Walkie-talkies all over is the move.
Right.
To be able
or
to
the ear,
yeah,
like
in the ear. But from everything that I've seen in terms of the stage performance, the backstage, they had a media space, media area. They had a VIP tent, and it was, and they had they had it all separate. What I like is that the artists had their own tent with their own liquor, their own food, and all of that. And then this year they honored Trinidad and Tobago. So they had a tent specifically for the dignitaries and the people they wanted to honor.
Because Gypsy was here.
Yes, and then they had a vendor, a Trinidadian vendor that catered the food. The food was amazing. And so when I looked, there was 3 separate areas that I wanted to commend. Backstage was managed. Every time that I was able to access the stage, I guess they knew who I was, so it was easier for me, but they wasn't a whole bunch of folks until we got later.
Gotcha, yeah.
Then it got a little wild, but for most part, organized. Big up yourself, Pat.
Absolutely.
So, Lawrence, actually, same question to ask you, because I didn't make it to Carnival. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this year's Carnival?
I would say 8.5.
We on the same page.
Is that what you said?
Sure
She
did.
said an 8.
said an
She said an 8.
Yeah,
and
because
last year Rebel was at a 3. So
2.
but that wasn't the entire carnival. She rated her masqueraders experience.
Right.
That lowered the score. But I was there, and it was definitely not a 3 last year. It was more than that. But I understood. But the reason why I said 8.5 and not 8 is because I saw so many improvements.
Agreed.
From last year. And the reason why not a 10, because ain't nothing perfect, right?
Right.
I felt that the road was too long. I literally drove the route. And I just felt it was too long. And yes, they want to give this longer experience, but it has to make sense. It don't have to be 3 miles. It could be 2 miles and be just fine. And because it's what you do in the 2 miles.
Right.
And I agree with you. I didn't see how fast the trucks were going, but I know by the time they got to the top of that hill, everybody was tired.
Yes, because we are running to like keep up, and it's just like, why are y'all going so fast?
you have Monifa in here. That sort of
That's
has
my
a
girl.
comment. That's your girl. She said, "Bless up, sis. Mass with panache, always a vibes. High quality experience. The parade this year was definitely on fast forward mode, super fast, but we make our own experiences and full joy of time." Giving big up to Auntie Pat for delivering again. Monifa, thank you for that. Thank you for joining the conversation. And it seems like everybody on the live today is definitely on the Panache band.
Listen.
Well, they've been a classic band as an observer. I've never played Mass, but just as a documenter of Carnival, I always, from their band launch to what I see the masqueraders are experiencing on the road, it's always been a good look for them over the years.
Absolutely. They really just understand.
Is this their first year back in?
I want to say yes. Because I
didn't
don't
hear
believe they were on the road.
Anyone in the
last
feed,
year.
the Panache go down the road last year? Let us know if you're in the feed.
But it's funny that you say that because I spent some time at Mass Camp with Ramona. And, she was kind of like, why am I, doing this? Because she is making it. Like I'm literally stenciling out what she needs to be the base and the foundation of a backpack. And I was just like, I had to stop her like, this is why we love you though. This is why we come back every year because we feel just the creativity, the storytelling, the love that you have for this. And she's Jamaican, designing phenomenal costumes. No shade, nothing like that. But everybody always looks to Trinidad for these phenomenal costume designers. And Ramona is just a powerhouse when she comes to designer. She understands the assignment every time. She's an Aquarius too.
See, let me give her.
Shout out, yes.
Give us
That's your favorite sign?
No.
Gemini is her favorite sign.
Because she's Gemini.
United States of Gemini, y'all. But no, I got love for Aquariuses. I do. We get along well.
Her favorite sign is Capricorn.
I know you lying.
Let me drink my water, mind my
No,
business.
sir. Okay? No.
Almost, Lawrence, almost.
Oh, I know what I was
He's
doing.
an exception.
So Lawrence, because you look at Carnival different, looking at
Right.
Carnival through the lens this year, did you see like exceptional outfits, exceptional costumes? You know,
I think it was amazingly colorful. I just saw
It was vibrant.
colors and vibrancy. And then in terms of the park experience, the food line was too long.
well, from what they say, the crowd was larger than
Yeah. It did
expected.
look
so
like that, though.
I saw pictures, and
I wait
have
more than
not
half
seen-
an hour just to order my food.
I have not seen that much crowd
Right, in
as
a
yet. So
long
when
time.
you have that much people, you're gonna have that much weight.
Yep.
But you know what that
absolutely.
was? Because the park was smaller. Remember, we used to be in West Side Park, and this is a whole another park.
So it's
Joseph
smaller
something.
than
In
Yellow?
my view, from my vantage point, and I could be wrong because I'm not a surveyor, but I felt that it was smaller, or it could just have more vendors that made it look a little bit more compact.
True.
But that's what I saw. And then when I was on the stage looking out into the crowd, it just looked full. So yes, it was
Yeah, all
definitely
the
more
crowd shots
people.
that I saw,
Yeah.
it was full.
Indeed, indeed. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
just,
it was amazing. Shout out to Pat and the team. Roscoe, big up yourself anyway you're there. But in terms of the hard work, listen, I don't know how to do because Juve, all the different events surrounding there, what they got going on, and then having to deliver an all-day event. I was there at 8 a.m.
wow.
right? And then even when I left, all I left to go was get my equipment and come right back. So I was at Carnival at 8 a.m. when there were activities, so people was out there probably like 6. And then I left at after 10 p.m. So 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is 12 hours, and 10
Right.
p.m. it was now finishing. And then you still got to break down. So I understand the day. But in terms of organized, I saw some organization that was better
Agreed.
improved. Yes.
Agreed. I absolutely can agree with that. And when we were walking, to the trucks, you could see spectators already with their
Lining
chairs
up.
set up. They had their kids outside. Like it
And
was,
that's what I heard
It was
this year.
very.
I heard this year there was a lot more people.
heartwarming.
It was a lot more people along
Yep.
the
The
routes
routes.
just watching.
And a lot of people kind of doubted that, people would come out to downtown. But you have to look at it. It's in the city. People understand, hey, the security police presence is going to be heightened. So, it offers a little,
More
blanket
security.
of comfort,
Yeah.
to people.
I was even amazed at the amount of people that came out that was watching Kiddie Carnival.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
I was at
sad
Kiddie
I missed
Carnival.
that. I was watching it on live.
There was a
seeing
lot
the
of people that
kids.
came outside their house and were just standing up. People was driving by, came outside their cars, and was just watching
It
Kiddie Carnival.
captivates you. It stops you in your
Yes.
tracks.
And I think this was the first year that Kiddie Carnival did the walk as well.
Let me see if I can give you a flashback, Rapper.
Oh gosh, flashback.
When we were in New Orleans on Canal Street, and we going down the road, it was a Juve. Remember, Juve was first, and then the Carnival. They did it
I
all in
remember
one.
that.
People were standing there like in amazement, and when the paint started flying, and they get paint on,
They were
they
shocked. Yes, I
They had
remember
more
that.
like I got paint on me, but it could come off. Well, could it come off? Some of it.
Eventually it
Yeah.
did, but that was a great time.
But in
though.
terms of spectators and the amazement, I saw that.
Same thing in
And
New Orleans
yes.
and here.
And we saw that and we've had some amazing experience in other cities.
Right.
And so Carnival in Miami is understood because it's controlled. It's in a park. It is in like a stadium.
We were
It's
just
like
talking about that because
so everybody that's in there know what to expect.
Yep.
But the ones on the road, we've gone to
Columbia, South Carolina.
South Carolina, and you saw the new spectators seeing it for the first time. And we did New Orleans when it was one of their first time,
Yep, it was the
2019.
first time, yep.
And you could see the look on, what is this? Because they're accustomed to Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
So Mardi Gras is more waving and marching. And we was going down Bourbon Canal
Bourbon
Street,
Street, just throwing
winding.
paint.
Right.
Winding.
It was a sight to see.
But it
Nyla
was a sight
on
to see.
The
Yeah,
truck.
truck.
It was nice. Very, very nice.
So Atlanta's come a long way, and
Agreed.
we had years of fussing about one carnival and all of this stuff, and now that by default it became one carnival, we see why one carnival, the people
Is
that was
the one
advocating
carnival.
for
It
it,
was better.
yeah, you know what I mean.
So, being that there's one carnival now, does this change where the Atlanta standings in carnival as far as comparing it to New York and Boston and Florida?
Can't compare.
Atlanta has Boston beat right now. I'm just gonna say it because Boston is not organized. There is like some internal, turmoil because my generation is not unhappy with the leadership. So it's not, bands have backed out. They're just not in a good space. New York, they too aggressive. They wild. I can't. I cannot. No.
So what about when you compare it to like D.C. and Washington and
Like
Texas?
hooky weekends.
No, Carnival.
There's the carnivals and the
DC?
other.
DC Carnival.
When is that?
Baltimore Carnival.
Baltimore. That's Maryland.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about, no, that was Delaware that I'm thinking of. I've heard, I actually have a friend that has gone to Baltimore. He's done all of these, actually. And he said, good things about the smaller carnivals, the other places, but I have yet to go to Baltimore. We were in talks about Delaware. We will see about that. Virginia Beach, also. Tampa. Yeah. So a lot of,
Texas.
Houston. I've been.
You've been to?
It's hot.
I have not made it yet.
I've been twice.
Been twice.
The second time I went, torrential downpour. I'm talking about rain so hard, eyelashes just sliding off. But we had a time. We had a good time. The rain eventually stopped, and Fed still goes on.
Fed can over.
Definitely. But
Fed
Houston is
can over.
definitely a vibe, though. I really did like Houston. It really is hot. Like, hot.
Well,
No, it was worse
Carnival
than New
is
Orleans.
normally hot.
It was worse
Because
than
even
New
at
Orleans.
Atlanta last year, we were baking.
Yep, died.
So
Died.
So it's just the time of the month.
The weather was good for Carnival.
It's a
We
new
got a
summer
breeze.
hotness that we're just coming off of spring, and so when you get that first set of hot, it feels hotter than
Right.
normal.
Right.
Now you get into late July, you've been
We
accustomed to
gonna be
something hot,
baking.
yeah.
So even though it wasn't that hot, did you still get tan because
I did.
being in
I
the
got
sun for that
chocolate.
long period of a time?
I definitely did
You
get
definitely
chocolate.
did.
Yep, sure did. And I was looking at myself like, it was.
And you didn't think it would happen, right?
No, not at all. But it's probably Sunchilla, SSS,
She was
and
outside.
the road. Yep. SSS Red
So,
was a vibe.
Which
I wanna say
event?
that.
Which event for the weekend takes it?
I have like 4. I already told you Cooler Fat. Flagorama, Small Island Jam. Like, I have to big up the promoters, the DJs, the Fet goers. Like, it was an amazing experience. It was hot. We all agreed that, they need to move it outside because it always sells off. It's always packed.
Which one?
So, Small Island Jam.
Oh, yes.
But they merged with Flagorama. So,
Both
both
of them,
crowds
yes.
is coming outside. I definitely just recommend they do it outside. I have 0 complaints. The music, the energy, the DJs, getting access to drinks, the bar,
Everything was
on point.
Yeah.
I have no complaints. They had a nice little backdrop when you walk in to take pictures. I love things like that.
You know
what
what? You
else?
know what event surprised me?
What?
The Bowie's event. What was it called?
Is that Bellini's?
Stinking Dirty?
No.
There was so many. I don't know.
Well, it's Bowie's event, and it is.
You talking about Soca
Was
House?
it
that you
the
had?
breakfast party?
No.
What?
The breakfast
The
party.
breakfast party?
It was it's like a French name.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Okay.
So-
Callie went to that. She enjoyed herself.
I-
She said
I
was a good
filmed it.
time. Issa was there. He performed, right?
there's some-
Yeah.
Ace, no.
No, he didn't. I think so.
Let's get the names right, because we in media.
I think
we
Bonjour,
just-
because Callie went
Bonjour.
to
It sounds close, but I want to make sure.
Bellini and Shades. What?
Bonjour sounds close, and so for me, because I want to give my my take on it. It was his first, and the only thing that I noticed, he got a lot of support from his community. Where is he from?
I'm not sure.
Antigua.
You don't even know, Lawrence. Come on.
No, but
Pull up the flyers.
that's what I'm doing. And no, but the reason why I wanted to make sure that I pull it up is because to give a wrap up of something that he did that was really good, I wanted to make sure that I want to say how nice that specific event was, and he did a great job. He did a great job in terms of organizing it, the way that it was decorated. You know who decorated it? She worked with Pat this year. She was head of the volunteers. Forgot her name, Sharon or something like that. But anyway, it was
Nice.
Oh yeah, right here.
Let me see.
Bonjour.
All right, yeah.
But this one.
Yeah, we went to that, yeah.
Oh, I said bonjour, très belle, or something like that. Let me look in the caption. Right here. Bonjour, très belle, official breakfast fete. It was his first one. It was
Nice.
the reason why I like it. I got there early again because V volunteered, and I saw them set up. But then people were ready to come, and what was unique, people came and we outside, and you were like, I never seen none of these people before. So it looked like it was like a new crowd or a different crowd, but it was all seemed like new people. It wasn't the regular Bliss crowd or this crowd or that crowd. It was just new people I hadn't seen before. There was one or two regulars, but mostly. But it turned out the food was good and stuff like that. So yeah, big up to Bowie because that was their first.
Nice. Well,
And it came off
congratulations.
real nice. I got a nice recap video for them, but I'm about to release today.
Yes, we
So,
got to drop this content soon.
Yeah.
But Reds. So I said Flagorama,
Yeah.
Small Island Jam, those two together, phenomenal. Sunchilla stood out to me.
Sunchilla.
I had a really, really good time at Sunchilla. The theme was indigo, so you had to wear like shades of blue or something like that. But the ambiance, the decor, just everything. The finger food, though, or the food period is what got me. They were, handing out crab legs and dumpling, salmon bites. It was just an assortment. Obviously easy to get drinks, things of that nature, but definitely to Jasper and his whole team, big up, because Sunchilla was definitely a vibe. I have zero recollection of the ride home. Okay, I wasn't driving though. I don't remember how I got home. Like, I just had an amazing time. And big up to Dre Proper. I hope I get his DJ name right. You know he's gonna cuss me out. But he played a really great set at Sunchilla. Like, he really just got the vibes going, set the pace, and it was just really, really just smooth, good energy. I have zero complaints about that. Money well spent.
Excellent, excellent.
Money well spent. And then SSS Red never disappoints. So that was 10 out of 10. Freeze knows what to do. He knows how to get the people hype. Classic performed on the truck there, dancer. So that was nice. We got to see him. We got to take pictures. He was in the crowd,
So you didn't make it by Colorgasm?
No, and I wanted to go so bad. I love Colorgasm.
That's
Colorgasm
Cherry
is
Gardens.
fun.
That's Cherry Gardens
Event, yes.
Yeah. But she's the brand ambassador.
Right.
kinda.
Colorgasm is a vibe. It's a good time.
They came and promoted it here last
Yeah,
year.
Previous
It's always
years
a
they come
good time.
through.
But it's just like, it's so many more events as the years keep going. I'm just like, well, where am I gonna go? But some of the events that I picked are staples. They're classics. And they deliver. So it's just kind of like, why kind of sway from that? There were a few that, I got in there. And also wear white. Even though it rained, the vibes.
I was surprised.
It was still wonderful.
When I was going there, it was raining the whole time, right?
Yes.
And I'm
Earlier
like,
it wasn't though. When you first got there, it was just a sprinkle. You could just chill, lime, whatever. No, it started pouring
down. So I'm going and I'm thinking it's washout. So let me take my time because.
No, we was vibing inside.
So because I had to go around the back, I didn't see where all the people were parked and all the big crowds. So I didn't know it was that packed. So I get around the back, and the DJ, but Spooky was playing. So the vibe was already lit. So I'm seeing all these umbrellas, but you couldn't really see the depth of the umbrellas. Man, I got around there. When it was time to film, I got on that stage and look out into that crowd. I was like,
a sea of
umbrellas. People were partying in the rain. And then when they stopped it, people were singing the songs
banging on the stage.
So for them to start, they never did. But that's how I ended, with them stopping it because it was just pouring down rain. And whoever's the security and the officers probably just said,
shut
it's
it
on
down.
save.
Right.
Yeah, and after a while, you can't have so much rain with the
lightning,
electricity and the equipment. It can't work.
And speaking of that, we talked about this off air. I really, really wanted to just commend the artists that performed at Wear White. Anika Berry, Full Blown, Patsy, Patrice Roberts, Patrice again, okay? Love her. And Michael Teja, because it is not easy, you practice, you're getting ready, to come out here and it rains. They were the consummate performers, especially Full Blown. The whole sound went out
Yes.
on their
The
set,
set.
the first time.
And they came off
And
the
they-
stage.
And they came back again.
And
They
then
was
they
like running
restarted
again.
them. And then they bring them
Them
back
brothers,
out.
I love them. Just the
And the
consummate
interview was
performance.
amazing. I didn't know that they were writing, they were back
Yes,
behind the
they-
scenes.
Magnificent, and now they are getting
The
their
recognition,
dues,
yeah.
and I just love that for them. Like, man,
But
more wonderful, phenomenal soca
Barry
music
was
to
the
come.
girl. Barry was her.
Anika Berry.
Her performance was lit, bro. You're captivated. Her movements, and she's confident in her
Very much
delivery
so.
of her song. Powerful.
I loved interviewing
Powerful.
her. Like, she is definitely going. I'm not. No way. I'm making comparisons at all. But she gives me the energy of like Destra.
Yes.
Like a little bit to me. Like
Yes.
her vocals are strong.
Yes.
Her shape is similar.
Yes.
She's Trini too. But I just.
No, I like her
love
shape
her.
more than Desperate.
Oh,
Destra.
Lord. Anyway, yes.
And
But
she's a nice
shout out to
darkie.
Anika Berry, the sweetest Berry. We love you over here at CLTV. Just want you to know that, okay? But I think Where White was a great time. If it didn't rain, it would have been 10 times better. But either way, got the experience. I was backstage. I got to see Patrice walk out from, the tent and go onto the stage. And I'm over here fangirling like, oh, my God, it's you. She looks so good. And her...
Yes.
Got everything that I needed. I did. I got everything that I needed. It was nice.
You know what else was a vibe? Guyana Day.
Guyana Day was
Yeah, I went to Guyana Day and we
food.
filmed it. Guyana Day was good. I had a really great time, and surprisingly, the performance was well. We had Terry Gadraj, we had Jumo, and they had a couple of other artists. I was partly running my mouth somewhere and I missed them, because we got one of our new team members, Mr. Farley. He was filming it, so
Nice.
I was just backing him up. You know what I mean, in terms of just getting some additional B rolls for him, but it was amazing. So there was two other events. Me and Candy was at one of them.
I went to
B.
the
Is-
Mr. B welcome
B's
party.
event?
Yeah, Mr.
Okay.
B and
Welcome
Peter,
party.
and that was good. And what was that called? Mix and Mingle.
Mix and mingle. Let's mix
Right.
and
So
mingle.
that was
Yeah.
good. And then I went to Uncle Bugs had the Friday night party, but I forgot what the name of it was. But it was over there.
It was
I know the food
some
was
type
good
of
at that,
Guyana reunion.
Reunion,
thing,
yeah,
so-
yeah, and that was good. So that was his first Friday taking it.
Nice.
So he came in the game. He came in the Friday night game. He normally owns the Sunday night in terms of Wear White,
Right.
and it's normally packed to capacity. And he jumped in the Friday night and competed with his buddies, competed against his friends.
Oh, wow.
But
I tell you what was good this year. When dance was nice.
yeah,
When was
It
that?
was, it was
because he played at it.
no, not because I played, but it was really good. It had
He showed me the video.
had an excellent crowd. It's
yeah.
the biggest crowd that they've had so far.
Nice.
It was at I think they call it Palmetto. That place in
Palmetto.
Okay, I know what you're talking
Palmetto,
about.
yeah.
Okay.
and they almost filled the place.
Wow.
If it wasn't raining, I think they would have packed the place.
Packed the
out.
place out. Wow, so that's nice.
I like that. I like to hear that everybody's, events benefited and patrons were happy as
Yes.
well. It just
I got a question.
circulated how it was supposed to.
Yeah.
I got a question for both of y'all.
What's up?
So, with all the events that you've gone to for the carnival season and all the events that you've played, what event that you would bring if you had the money? Right, if you had the money to create an environment or create a different event that would switch up the game in Atlanta Carnival Weekend any day, a Friday, not the Saturday. Let's leave Saturday out. Because let's say that's Carnival Day.
Okay.
But for the carnival season, what event would you bring to Atlanta that is different from everything that you've seen that you think the crowd would shift drastically and come to your event? You would just win.
I don't even know, Lawrence.
See?
That's a tough question because there's so many events down here that weekend, and so many of them are different.
Right.
They're not all the same because you go into Army Fete, you go into Flag Around,
It's
you're
still a
going to
fete.
Wear White. I
It's
understand.
just a theme fete. It's
Yeah,
all a fete.
and that's what I'm saying. They're all different.
They
so,
are.
So it's tough to say you're going to do something different when so many people doing different things already. It's not like all the parties are the same.
But it's still a party.
Yes, it is. It is.
What
it
would
is.
you bring?
Everything is different
Sorry.
because you have
It's okay, y'all.
you have
It's okay. I went
Colorgasm,
to
you
work
have
this morning.
SSS Red.
It's okay.
You know,
Right.
they're
It's so
all
much. I
so
feel like
much,
it's
and they're
enough.
all kind of different. You have different types of wear white. You have wear white that's soca. You got wear white that's Guyanese. You know, everything is different. When dance is nice, it's reggae. There's so many different variety of parties down here. It's hard to say you're gonna bring something different than what's going on already.
So
I guess I would say though, if I could, you know, I love Groovy. He was rocking out with me with the Groovy segment before we started the show. I would do an event with just straight Groovy. Because
Okay.
I am a groovy girl. I would love something like that.
So what I would bring that I think could be different would be a pool fit
They have that. It's ductwork
and stinking pink.
and stinking pink.
Nice.
So you're going to enter the arena with something
No,
different?
no, it's already covered. It's already covered. I forgot stinking pink and ductwork.
And ductwork, yeah. Ductwork is run by Scorch.
Yeah.
Yep.
So no, well, because I'm trying to come up with something. Jeez, I'd be tired of this.
It's a tough weekend.
Listen, that's why I picked the events
Latoya
that
said
I
a
picked.
skate party. Now, Latoya, you're right. There is no skate party that weekend.
That's a good idea.
That's-
Come on,
the-
daughter. Come on. Yes.
Oh, my Toya?
Yes.
Yeah, you're Toya.
Yes, let's go. That's a great idea, though. I like that.
That's Smokey did something like that.
He did.
Yes,
Right.
and then they
But-
shoot it. They shoot it up.
Not during Carnival. What location was that?
Whatever happened, they shoot it up and it went out.
Oh gosh, nice.
Okay, well, we can't have no gunman in the
Not
place.
the,
If we
not
do
the
a
memory you
skate
want to bring back
party,
when you're talking about bringing something
no
new.
gunman in the place, please.
But skating, it was just unfortunate. But skating, was
But I
a
like
nice
that.
ride.
I like that idea though.
Somebody
skate
said
party.
passport. Is it true? Wait. Somebody said, DJ Chosen Clayton said, is it true Red's got his Guyanese passport last weekend?
Yeah, because
So you
had it.
honorary GT?
He been honorary
every
GT.
party I did last weekend was Guyanese.
Oh, shucks.
Everything.
You ate good, didn't you? All I keep talking about is the...
He played next door and win.
Everything I did was Guyanese.
I wanted
Everything.
to go to one of those events after Carnival. I think it was either like Chantel's relative. But yeah, I knew the food was gonna be good, and I was just like, I can't go. I'm going somewhere else. But yeah, some cook up rice, some
Cook up
chocolate.
rice.
Listen,
Oh yeah.
hungry.
Nice. I
I
had a
know
good
you
time.
was eating good.
Put on weight.
Okay.
I need to go skate.
Work off some of that food, that carnival weight. But listen, I honestly can't complain. I thought it was a good experience. There were some inconveniences that happened. I don't know the story as intricately as I would like, but from what I am seeing from TikTok, a particular band took registration, distributed costumes, but when masqueraders showed up, there was no truck, there was no liquor, there was no water, there was nada for them. And the only thing is, because people have been sending stuff from other social media platforms speaking about it, and the only thing I'm gonna say about it is, this particular, mass band has done this numerous times in the past, not just here in Atlanta, Miami, so on and so forth. So it's just like, when does it get to a point where we have to kind of like take that accountability and kind of do our due diligence to kind of, see.
But you don't know what's gonna happen till Carnival morning.
True, but it's happened previously. So for me, if I'm gonna get ready to register with a band, and I love the costume, but there's been significant issues with the band in the past, I'm probably not gonna play with that band just because
Because they
kinda
don't have a
what's-
good track
what-
record when it comes to
exactly,
that.
and it's just kind of like,
Lawrence, it's like
why
you tell
wanna do
somebody
that?
it's like you tell somebody, yeah, I'm coming to take your pictures, and you don't go, and they hire you again next year. You say, I'm coming to take your pictures,
you don't show up
and next year you
again.
don't show up again, and then next year you say, I'm coming to take your pictures, and you don't show up.
I did that.
3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Boy, Lawrence, don't tell nobody.
Okay, keep that cap on.
No. You know why? You know
Okay.
why? You want me to tell you where it was?
No, I'm scared.
Atlanta Carnival.
Oh, Lord.
No, but that's different. But that's different. But this is
Well, I was
this
saying
is-
it confidently because
yeah.
I know where it was, and what it was is that I learned a lesson in media with that experience, because in media you got to be unbiased, and I couldn't find no one on my team that would want to go downtown at the time, And so when you had the option of taking pictures of 25 bands rather than 4 bands,
Going with the 25?
DeKalb County had 25 bands.
Yes.
If
it
you
was
know your
rocking
history.
back then.
And so every year the relationship, that's me, the relationship that I had built was on the east side primarily. And so as media, I wrongfully showed allegiance to a side when in media you shouldn't. And so even if I couldn't go, I should have found someone to go. So real talk.
True. But we
So I
lived
did
and
it.
we
I
learned,
never
we
said, you know what I
grow.
mean?
But that's a different.
I know, but that's not what the question you was asking. But in my
Right.
business, and each year I keep getting the passes to go, and I keep getting the passes to go, and then I beg somebody on the team, listen.
But it's different when you're getting free passes as opposed to somebody paying their
Oh, yeah,
money
yeah,
for
yeah.
the
There was
experience.
no money involved.
And the particular video
That's-
that I
yeah.
saw on TikTok was a masquerader, and two of her two friends weren't on the video with her. But you know, she showed the video of them on the road, and they paid $1,300 for their frontline costume.
They got their costume.
Yes, but where is the truck? Where is the food?
So how they played?
Where is the-
How they went down the road?
So this particular band was on the road with Pyra.
Okay.
So obviously, you know, they got to hear music, and I'm sure Pyra was not turning masqueraders away like that.
No, in this situation.
Yeah, but the masquerader also shared in her TikTok video that she spent $71 on food in the Carnival Village between, you know, the three of them. And I think that is crazy. Do not do that to people. $1,300, that's a mortgage. Stop playing with people's money.
Listen, it's not cheap to get those costumes and go down the road, so you can't really do
Like
that.
I was at the mass camp with Ramona. One feather cost $9. Stop playing with people. Like, stop it. But I say all that to say, do your due diligence as much as you can. Ask people so you can vet, you know, the band, the section leader, whichever you decide to participate in. We're in a time where people are not on the up and up. People are not as honest as they should be. Their moral code is a little off. So, but those are the only kind of like big things that I heard, you know, being kind of, you know, in the negative phase for Atlanta Carnival. But they still were outside. They still got their costumes, and they still made the best of their experience. So I definitely, you know, wish them a lot of Carnival hugs and a better experience if they decide to come back next year. But again, do your due diligence. Vet the band. Check them out. Ask people. Ask these people in-depth questions
Rebel.
before you give them money. Yes, because I will tell you the truth.
I wanted to let you know something that I saw that was surprising. There were tons of non-Caribbean masqueraders and people that traveled from other states.
Yep.
When they saw me filming it, you know, curiously, I asked, where did you come from? And it was like Chicago. Some people was Baltimore. Some people was Miami. People are coming in from all different places.
Well,
I'm sorry, I laughed. I didn't mean to interrupt you because you were saying that the route was too long, and someone just put in the feed that the route should be
he
longer.
said the route was too long. I just felt like the trucks was going too fast. I liked the route. The route was
Latoya
nice.
said the route should be longer.
Should have been longer.
Really?
I also think
Yeah, I
if there
like
were
punishment.
more bands, like if we had the same amount of bands in the past, I think it probably would have extended the time a little bit. I think that, but I could have taken a little more time on the road too, because it literally was done at 4. And people didn't like that. They felt like it was too short.
Well, they moved everything up, I heard.
Yeah. So, that part.
Because I was keeping up with the schedule to see where it need to be. And, yeah.
What
Yeah.
else?
I don't know.
Longer. Okay.
She said it went by too fast.
It did. Absolutely.
Did it go by too fast, Latoya, or was you just having too much fun?
Both. Oh no, DJ Chosen throwing shots.
I mean,
He said, "I would like to see the Sunday be Caribbean Day instead of Guyana
Instead of
Day."
Guyana Day.
there's not shade. I tell them I agree with that. I agree with that because here's what it is. It's one Caribbean.
True.
And yes, the Guyana Day has been a staple in the community for over 30 years, and yet now the VI and everybody got the day on the same day. So I'm for an inclusive type situation where it's one big day and one big.
That would be nice.
It's like a rewind,
Right.
where we could all be in the same place and we all benefit, right? But because we are so clannish, you know, the VIP people going to say, well, who's going to collect the money? Who's going to be the who's going to be the lead, you know? But Guyana Day got 30 years ahead. And yes, there should be a Jamaica Day, Guyana Day, fine. But if we could all combine it and make it a Caribbean Day, yeah, I'm with that. Or we could start our own.
But I do also, you know, I hear what he's saying about the Sunday, but I'm seeing flyers about to have a Dominica Day, Grenada.
Yes.
I'm liking this because everyone gets the opportunity to, you know,
Mingle
come
amongst
together,
yourself.
camaraderie, and even if that is not your particular background, there still are very much intricacies, similarities,
Yes.
and you can appreciate it. And I also wanted to touch back on something you said when you were talking about American masqueraders. Were a lot of them like African American?
Yes.
So
yes.
we got to do another show about this topic because it kind of piggybacks off something else. But I believe, you know, if you are black, it is your birthright to play mass because this started in Africa, correct?
I heard it started in Rome.
Our ancestors, not that, we ain't talking about them.
Oh, you
but,
ain't going that
you
far
know,
back.
when our people were, you know, dispersed, you know, this is, you know, what we were left with. So I just feel like, you know, it's just
It's education.
It's a coming home for
Yeah,
them.
yep.
It's just like,
So then should it be changed to Juneteenth weekend?
what do you mean? Change Carnival to Juneteenth?
No, I don't think so.
No, you heard what she just said. You got to go
I
deeper.
understand
Your
what
conversation got to match the action. You can't say that if you're African American, it should be your birthright, and they're looking at Juneteenth as their day.
I mean, two things can be true at the same time.
Oh, no, it is. But then, which one would we lean towards?
Both.
Okay.
I don't feel like we have to choose.
Hey, tell Choice, I'm starting Caribbean Day starting next year.
It's Chosen, DJ
Chosen.
Chosen.
Yeah, Clayton. Yeah. Big up yourself.
And
I actually-
Toya over here saying the truck never stopped.
Chuck,
Girl.
I actually like the fact that, you know, that there is VI and there is Guyana and there is Dominica and everyone's
I
doing
like
their
it,
own particular day. I like the fact that that particular day that everyone should do their own island.
Right, but
Because the
outside of
carnival
that-
is for everybody.
Right,
But
agreed.
everyone doing their own island is pretty nice. And I think more of the islands need to come together like
Agreed.
Guyana has done and big up
Agreed.
their island on that
the
particular day.
Trinidadian Association, Barbados, St. Lucia. Like, we are mobile because a lot of people on TikTok, Jamar posted, you know, the footage and whatnot, and people are literally writing, oh, Atlanta has a Caribbean or West Indian population, da-da-da-da, and it's just like, you know who it is mainly, though. It's your people. Okay? Over here just thinking, like, just all the West Indians are just in New York. Like, people are not everywhere.
Right.
We are global, actually. So it's just like Atlanta has vibes. It is not going to be the same as New York. Nothing is going to compare
nothing.
to those boroughs, the plethora of West Indians. Nothing compares to that. We know, but you know, give a little credit when it's due. Like, we out here in Atlanta. We're here.
Yeah.
But yeah. But other than that, though, definitely want to big up Pat. You pulled off an amazing feat. I don't know how you do it every year, just dealing with 50 million things. It's not easy. So big up, boss lady. And you might see me on the road 2026. I don't know yet. It's up in the air. But Rebel Mass did enjoy herself on the road. So no complaint. That. But also, I made, you know, the announcement in the beginning. Unplugged is back. So I will be back next Saturday. I'll let you know about the time because, you know, I have to work. But no, seriously, though, I will be back next Saturday. And we're going to keep it going. I am your favorite carnival journalist, a.k.a. the Pretty Mass Ambassador. Check me on all social medias. Rebel Mass. On Instagram, Rebel Mass 2.0. Not him looking like that. But yeah, you guys have a safe, wonderful weekend, and I'm gonna go catch my voice back at some point. So yeah, we out, Reds. Take us out. Explicit, boy. We deserve a party. So tell everybody, and let's get it started.
stress free.